Hey, y'all, y'all. Y'all the first two. First was one, then it was two, first was nothing, then it was one, then it was nothing, then it was two. So, all right, you're trickling in. Hello. I sound a little more energetic. I am on a combination of holistic things that seem to be working like a mug. Doctors might be out of a job. Except for the ones that do internal stuff. In the building, Anansi, what's up? I got a show lined up for y'all because I had a lot of time to sit in the bed and think as I blew my nose and drank hot toddies. They work, but you got to put the right stuff in them, if you know what I'm saying. And I ain't 100%, but I'm way better than I was yesterday. Trust and believe. So, Grand Madam, your action figure is on the way. I have forgot to tell you. It's gonna be sometime in October, but I think you're gonna like it. I picked out a sister just for you. Just for thought about. I thought about you, and I'm like, she should enjoy that. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I am. But you know what? I found out today that if how I know I'm not 100, if I exert myself just a little too much, I get sweaty. You know what I'm saying? So okay, I'm going to try not to exert myself too hard and not be sweating up in this piece like a stuck pig. Come on, yo, King. Greetings and salutations, sir. I told y'all I was feeling better, man. I got good stuff, man. I need to market this stuff because I 24-hour bounce back. We need that in circulation. For real. I mean, I ain't, like I was telling, I ain't 100, but better than I was. And I got some shit I want to talk about tonight. Since I was not able to give y'all the comic book review last night, the deep dive, we gonna dive in tonight. We can get that in. I think that might take maybe like a half hour, 45 minutes. And then I got a couple things that I want to we'll probably chuckle about it a little bit. But some interesting parallels I have discovered to a certain orange Cheeto would-be dictator and one of the most vile and evil men to walk the face of the earth. The similarities are uncanny and scary. And Mr. Ray Smith has sent me something today that I think will piggyback well on top of that message. Coming up tonight, Rapture Day. Yeah. We can tell those people don't read the Bible, huh? Ain't read a page out the Bible and clearly have not read the book of Matthew at all. No, D-Real, we's that new religion. We's that newfangled religion. We do different stuff. So just because we say it, it must be. Yeah. If enough people listen to it long enough, and it's been going on quite a while, you'd be shocked. This ain't the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth Rapture Day. I tell you, your boy had time to lay down, and I was researching stuff, and y'all gonna be like, "Ooh, word for real," and I'm gonna be like, "Mm-hmm." Spicy Chipotle V8 does wonders for the system. Wonders for the system. Alrighty, I'm gonna wait for a couple more of y'all to slide on up in here before I dive into the review. What you say, Grand Madam? I missed the rapture again this year, so I'm letting it go. Cause we looking for it. You ain't supposed to be looking for it. Boy, it's some interesting stuff that done went on behind that. Funny when you think about it, because it's like when I think about it and I hear like the stuff that was said and done in reference to it, it's like either we got a whole lot smarter or we didn't. and I'm beginning to think it's the latter. As a society, when the measurement of how advanced you are is how effectively you can destroy, I can blow your whole city up. Well, I can blow your whole city up 10 times over. What does that achieve? The fact, and it just boggles my mind that everybody got all these missile bases, so-called superpowers, ready to launch at each other. That's showing how civilized and advanced you are. That's showing how utopian you can be. I get speak softly and carry a big stick, but the carry a big stick part is not to scare you. The carry a big stick part is because if you mess with me, I'm gonna hit your ass with this big stick. That's all that is. I don't know when it went from what Teddy Roosevelt was saying to what we doing right now. LJ Panther in the hit ass. What's up, my guy? Glad that you are here tonight. And Paul Martin. Paul Martin is in the building. Hey, Paul Martin. I'm so glad that you're here. See, I sniffled. See that? I'm not 100%. See, told you. Let's get into this comic book deep dive. And I want to start with this comic book right here. Racer X #1. Mark Russell, Nuno Plati, plots and pencils. Not bad for an origin story. I mean, it was pretty conventional. I mean, anybody who has ever watched Speed Racer in your entire life know the story of Racer X. It is largely unchanged from that story. I would say there's filler now. There's filler. What happened in between the time that he raced in his first race against Pop's will and then was like, fuck you, I'm running off, and ran away? What happened in between that time? Well, in the comic book, he didn't run away. He just moved because Pops wouldn't let him drive, just like he wouldn't let Speed drive. So you would think it was because of Rex why Speed wasn't driving, but Pops was just being a dick to his sons and saying, no, you can't drive my super fast cars. You're not ready yet. So Rex said, bump it, I'm running off. I'm going to go join the car acrobatic team. Remember them? So part of what he had to do as being a member of the car acrobatic, because what the car acrobatic team is another term for dirty ass racers. Okay? They're dirty, all right? They trying to wreck your shit and possibly kill you too, because the car acrobatic team is funded by a guy who has perhaps one of the coolest names ever in comics, Dante Furno. I can't hate. That's a cool ass name. For a bad guy, that's a cool ass name. I can't hate. But I mean, Speed Racer and them, they had, people had goofy kind of names, Speed Racer. But bottom line, he works for the car acrobatic team. He's on his first race. You got to wreck this car. You got to wreck this dude's car. Okay. All right. So Racer X is like, all right, I'm going to wreck his car. Bam. Racer X wrecks his car. But right after Racer X wrecks his car, he helps him out of it. And because of that, somebody who wasn't on the car acrobatic team went on to win the race. Well, Dante Furno was watching that shit, and he didn't like that. So the next race, we got to teach old Rex a lesson. So the car acrobatic team wrecks Rex's car. Rex causes to crash Rex's car. And Rex even gets a little bit of disfigurement from it, as you can see right there. So that is why Racer X wears a mask. Ta-da! He wore a mask and he was known as Driver X when he worked for the Tiger Syndicate, which is basically what it sounds like, criminal organization, and they own the car acrobatic team. Fits right in. Criminals that have a criminal car team. Okay, anyway, so Rex drives getaway for these guys, but when they rob banks and whatnot, but he always, he kind of like, he's like the transporter. He's like, put the cargo in first or I'm not letting you get in. So they put the money in first and then he lets them in and then they get away. Well, one day, Rex is watching TV and he sees his little brother Speed has just won a race. And the car acrobatic team was in that race. And the car acrobatic team is like, oh, hell no. We about to fuck this boy all the way up. So Racer X says, I got to go help my baby bro. Because earlier, before he left home, he promised him that he will always be there to protect him. Why he can't just say it's me, little bruh? I don't know. Anyway, the next time they rob a bank and they throw the money in the car, he like, and took off. He used the money to finance his own design. And it's a nice picture of it too. The shooting star and his Racer X gear. And that, in a nutshell, is a deep dive into Racer X. Racer X, he's always been on my list of cool characters. And he has a decent enough backstory. I want to see where they go with Racer X outside of racing, because I pretty much know what to expect in a Racer X comic. His name's Racer X. So yeah, he gonna be racing. But what does Racer X do between races? There have been older versions of Racer X comic, and he works as a secret agent for work for Interpol, all kind of stuff Racer X, been doing on the side. And I'm like, does he call himself Racer X when he's doing that stuff on the side, or is he just X? Or you know what I'm saying? Because if you Racer X and you bust up my international crime operation, and I see you on the race car track, and I know I can hire people like the car acrobatic team, I don't see how you getting around it. Who else got on a mass racing? That's that dude that used to drive Getaway. Get it. I mean, if comics are for real, you know what I mean? Oh, my dude Theo in here. Man, it's miraculous. I'm here. I'm up in this piece. They had Rex out here in the trap again, getting it how he lived. Yeah, he was a getaway driver. He was baby driver. That's basically who Racer is. Baby driver with a mask on. In the hit out. Glad everybody up in here saying hi, hey, hello, howdy, and how the hell you doing? Any more thoughts, ideas on Racer X? If we ain't still chopping Racer X, I'm gonna move on to the next book because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more books to get through. And you know what? Since ain't nobody putting that in the chat, let's knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. And I can do this real easy with these, just like I did it fast, in the videos when I did them. But gotcha, man. G-Force, Battle of the Planets. And I happen to have that Battle of the Planets run by Image Comics where Alex Ross did all the covers. Good stuff. Anyway, Gotcha Man, which is done by this particular issue is Sam Humphries and Pascal Colano. It wasn't a thrilling issue. I'll be honest with you. It was alright because the enemy wasn't something you could literally get your hands on. You know what I mean? For those of you that didn't watch the video, allow me to explain. All right. G-Force is on a fishing trip. A fishing trip? Yeah, they ain't always in their bird suits beating up people. They actually went on a fishing trip, and Jinpei, Kiop to you and me, caught an octopus, a small octopus. At the same time he caught this octopus, there is Gotcha Man operates in unison with the International Science Organization. Okay, so when you hear that name, you know that's Dr. Nambu, them, those guys. And they're having a all hands alert. It's a typhoon, and it just popped up out of nowhere. We all know what that is. It's the Galactor, or Spectra to you and I. It's a giant cuttlefish, is what they call it. A giant cuttlefish that can generate typhoons. I'll be honest with you. If I had something like that, why would you need anything else? It's on the water, of course, generating this typhoon. Dr. Nambu is in a tizzy because he know that's where they at. And they getting ready to get sucked up in this typhoon, which they did. What's up, Gray? I am so glad that you are here. Talking about Got Your Man number 11. They decided to throw the octopus back in, and right when they throw the octopus back in, they get caught up in the typhoon. It destroys their boat. They transmute, or as they like to say in the comics and in the anime, bird, go. I like transmute better. So try as they may to get out of this typhoon, they're stuck. They can't get out of it. You know, even Jason, to you and I, tries to bust out, and he can't. And it's only when they work in unison and use their powers in unison are they able to even get to the exit, the event horizon. There it is, of the typhoon, which will guide them back out into normal water. And ironically, guess who helps them get back out? The octopus. Yay! That's almost like a Disney show. But because they get out and they see this big cuttlefish, they do what they do. They the Science Ninja team. They get inside of that bitch and blow it up, which at the end leads to a really cool pose. On to issue 12. Unless we got some thoughts about that. We got some thoughts about issue 11. Nope. Hold your thoughts for issue 11 as I go to issue 12. Isn't it fun? Anyway, issue 12, a little more action. Remember in issue 10 when the B team and the C team all murdered each other and left with Berg Katza, Zoltar to you and me? Yeah, this picks up there. That and G-Force is stuck babysitting a giant mecha. They can't do anything to it. They're just supposed to observe it. How many episodes of Battle of the Planets did you see when they was like, I want to attack? You know, and Joe is always wanting to, I want to do it. And I want to do it. And I want to do it. Hang on, it's coming. Meanwhile, while they're babysitting the mech, Mara, that's the leader of the B team, that's now Galactor / Spectra. But I had this thought about Mara because I kind of like Mara, and I kind of thought something was happening between her and Ken. Mark, to you and me. And then she just was breaking people's necks and killing folks and just left. And I think she did have kind of an issue with being the second fiddle to the A team. But nah, that couldn't be. Could they be infiltrating without infiltrating? Nah, they killed people, killed their homies. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Sorry, Mara, you had opportunity for growth and development, but they chose to turn you into a villain I'm sorry. What their power source is? Well, whatever it is, it's genetic. Because they were made that way. They weren't born that way. They were changed on a genetic level, if that makes sense. Back in the 70s, they called it they were imbued with a cerobonic impulse. I can't believe I freaking remember that. And what it was it was almost like, I guess, what would pass as nanites now, bonded to the genetic level, which enables them enhanced abilities, all that. So basically, they're a bunch of Spider-Men if Spider-Man was a bird, if that makes sense. They've got that kind of agility, that kind of speed. They can move like that. They can jump like, every time you see them, like, they jump. Yeah. Gotcha, man. Science Ninja Team. Gotcha, man. Anyway, Mar doing her best impression of Mila Jovovich there. And she is the head of their new killer team, because it was her team against the old guy's team, and this is what she did to the old guy. Crushed his head. Now, are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking? It had to be some brainwashing. Was it brainwashing? Was it brainwashing, really? Or is that always what Mara wanted? Better to rule in hell than serve in heaven? Oh, well. Anyway, they get alerted that G-Force done pulled up on their mecha, and the mecha ain't even the mecha, because Joe gets tired of waiting. Look at that look on his face. Burr! Missiles! Activate! Like, you about to get in trouble, Joe. But lucky for Joe, before he could shoot his missiles, they started shooting at Gotcha Man first. So Gotcha Man blew up the mecha, and only to find out the mecha was hollow inside. Hollow? What's the purpose of having it there? Oh, I see. The real mecha problem is in the water. Mecha killer whales. Can those mecha killer whales fly? Or is their job to disrupt the ecosystem? Those were the first two thoughts that came to my mind when I saw that picture. Otherwise, what the hell can a bunch of robot killer whales do besides wreck the balance of the ecology in the water and, mess up ships and submarines and buck up shipping lanes and run through armadas of military, fleets? Could probably do a lot. I take that back. Shame on you. You're ex-Navy, D-Real. Issue 13 is coming out soon. What do we think about Gotcha Man? Questions, comments, concerns about Gotcha Man? I will give you a few seconds to think about it. Where's my new one? Oh, I'll let y'all see in a minute. Y'all been waiting for these ones, huh? Y'all waiting for me to get to the ones that I'm getting ready. Okay. All right. I know who my audience is. I'm gonna get it out the way. Is that the one you're waiting for? Okay. All right. Ultimate Black Panther number 20. Distinct this month because it is the only Marvel comic I bought. It can be done, people. It can be done. It can be done. Between other companies and independents, it can be done. Sorry, not sorry. I owe allegiance only to me. Y'all ain't sent me no free shit. Do I sound salty? I don't care, honestly. Anyway, when last we left you, this issue right here, T'Challa had just got beat raggedy.
I didn't understand
that. My AI's name. I gotta. No, it's not for you to understand, dude. You're just a dumb device. Anyway, I will have to say the Black Panther, because if I say his real name, my phone gonna talk. Didn't you think it was cool that I gave it that name? Anyway, I need to make it a male voice, a male African voice. And that's a good thing to do, because you get in what you like, not what they putting in your face and saying you should like. Anyways, his spirit is with Bast. I'm on the fence about this manifestation of Bast, because honestly, that version of Bast would be infinitely more easier to customize and more fun, dare I say it. But anyway, y'all saw Baz make her dynamic intervention last issue on Big Vibranium, while the Black Panther was getting pulverized. Yeah, choo-choo! Salute, salute, salute. Super fan in the building. Super fan in the building. Kamalio's a super fan too. If you want to be a super fan, you can be. I got membership. But I am in the process of tweaking what I make available. So you might get more. I might even let y'all in on my playlist. Music. Fun. I have good taste in music. But Gray said he liked that design of Bad. I like it too, bro. I like it too. And I got any number of figures that would serve as Bad's body. Anyway, what we've been speculating for the last couple of months is in fact true. Vibranium is in fact not only a living, breathing thing, it is a race of them. And they live to conquer. But what they do is their essence is spiritual. And they speak in whispers. And some people they talk to. And they tell them about technology and things that'll make them smarter and things that will advance them as a society. And so they are eons past their border mates technologically. The story of Wakanda, 6160. Come to find out, it's not benevolent. That's right. That's what I said. It's not benevolent. Maybe it needs to be brought to heel, but we'll talk about that later. Bottom line, it's coming back. And it's coming back with a vengeance. Best question to the Black Panther, to her avatar is, do you want to rule your kingdom? Or do you want to wage war with these people who are coming to take what you have? She told him, you will need to choose, my king, between the memory of the gods and the will of your people. And your heart must hold both. And he chose. And he got back inside his body. He got back inside his body, y'all. But she showed him a future of what he would have to face and what he would have to do as king. Kudos for you, Mr. Martin. Yeah, that wasn't difficult to glean. But he comes back. He comes back. He's filled. What I would call the best way to describe it. Bass filled him with the Holy Ghost. And he had a holy fit. He walked across the desert with panthers following him. He roared. And as soon as he saw some colonizers, that's the first thing he said. Colonizer! And proceeded, you know, say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Kick somebody in the face. Always. Okay? He is back like a mug. And when the cold, what he told the people, what he told the little cheerers, first, don't be scared of me. I'ma give you this here panther to take you home. And from now on, when you get in trouble, don't cry out in fear. Say, roar, and I will hear you. Okay, that's my T'Challa right there. That's my Black Panther right there. That's what I want to see. From now on, when this is how you Black Panther. From now on, when you Black Panther like this. It took a whole nother universe. To get me the Black Panther I wanted. I'm cool. The slow burn paid off. Yeah, it showed. Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm about to get me some more toy Panthers. 1/12 scale. Yes, sir. Or who knows? I might even get some more displacer beasts and just pull all that stuff out. Because basically a displacer beast is a panther. Who knows? Because they're bigger. They bigger than panthers. So, something to think about. What you say, Gray? Foot to the face like Walker, Texas Ranger. We gonna hit that roundhouse quota, and he damn sure round. Well, spin kick actually. Every episode, because a roundhouse is actually from the hip sideways. I'm sorry. Anyway, now on to the one I've been waiting for. Blood letter. Matter of fact, look at here, JoJo. I got that variant cover too. Okay. You are right, Gray. And that's who I want on there. They need to run. Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli need to run with it like Claremont and Cockrum did. Like Claremont and Byrne did. Give me a run like that. Give me like a 30, 35 issue worth. Okay. And if you can impress me with somebody who can put it in, and be 10 toes down like Brian and Stefano was, come with it. But on the other tip, like I said, that's that blood letter. What you know about that blood letter? What that blood letter do? It went in a circle if you was paying attention. I know if you was paying attention. But anyway, blood letter number 4. We are taken back to the moment that we were first introduced to Tasha Thornwall, where she was standing in the alley in Rat City and she had Spawn, Al Simmons, at her mercy. Okay. That's what it looked like in issue 1. That's what it looked like in issue 1. Okay, but we get to issue 4 here. She done left what do you call it when they scrawl on the ground? Well, she cast a spell that way. And the spell was to cause all the rats in Rat City to attack Al. Now, he know the rats ain't gonna kill him. The rats can't kill him. He's already dead. And that's something he easily avoided, but it was enough to weaken him. Okay? Enough to weaken him to where Tasha can run up on him like this. He even gave her props. Thornwall, I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? But she gives it her best shot. I mean, she everything she been waiting years and years upon years to bust Al Simmons across the head with. She let them things go. And I'm gonna be honest. If it had been anybody else other than Al Simmons, they wouldn't have made it. Because I mean, she was relentless. I mean, for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages straight. She going at Al, okay? Until he finally is trying to get her to understand all of this stuff that you doing is only going to drive you further and further and further down here where I'm at, dummy. Stop doing the shit you doing. This is what they like down there. This is what they want you to do. And she's not listening. Because I told you 7 pages. She throwing spells and speaking incantations and tapping her tattoos and all kind of shit. And she going, she was on Al's helmet. I will give it to her. And she doing it in Jordans, dog. Or what look like Jordans. You know what I mean? Y'all tell me. Or Air Maxes or something. What are them? Or some Adidas. I don't know what they are. But anyway, she busting on him like she is in sneakers. She ain't playing. She busting on him in sneakers. And finally, she gets her chance, you know, to where she gets close enough to Al because they get, you know, into some hand-to-hand and he bat. And that's what she wants. She want to get close enough to him so she could put that spell on him to hold him and then grab her knife and and be done with it. Or so she thought. She was on some Ghetto Boys. Die, mother, still fool. And she thought she was done. And Spawn just came back like, girl, don't you know? Don't you know who I am? I ain't going to say that about Tasha because I like Tasha. But anyway, he basically trying to get her to understand that you standing on the edge of the abyss with this shit that you doing. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to be able to kill me, but what you are going to be able to do is make your soul more and more what they want down there. Who knows? You might even become Al's lieutenant. Well, Al got the Scorch now, so maybe you can be a member of the Scorch. I don't know. I don't know what Joseph Illich's ultimate plan is for Tasha Thornwall, and I hope she gets incorporated into the universe. And every time they show Tasha, dollar bill, yo. Oh, and I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that Tasha Thornwall action figure ready to go the next time we see Joe Illich. But yeah, oh, and we also find out Casper is not, well, Casper is dead because she wakes up in heaven. Yeah, some Alfred looking dude greets her, takes her out of a body bag, and tells her, "You're in heaven, dear. Let's get busy and start counting those cents." Count the cents? I got some thoughts about the cover of issue 5. Y'all see that, right? That's Tasha holding Casper, but they don't look like they nowhere nice. So is that what's going to happen? Is that, sum it up right there. Boom. She running headlong into damnation. That's exactly what she's doing because that's the same kind of shit Al was on. Al had that mad on for everybody for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And Malbolgia was just loving that shit. I got this punk right where I want him. Angry and unfocused. Because he know when somebody like Al figure it out, which he did, he put a reset on the universe. Spectre level shit. Hell, even better than Spectre. I don't even think Spectre's reset the DC universe. He held it open, but he he wasn't able to do nothing like that. And he's, well, some people don't like them Spawn stories when he beats Satan and God. But I'm like, you know, what you gonna do? It's creative license. Okay, last thought, and I'm right running where I want to be. 48 minutes. All right. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 11. Do it like a storybook. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 11. Kelly Thompson, writer. Hayden Sherman, artist. As My Mother's Made Me, part 4 of 5. I like, and I can't say what say Al said. Al said that kind of tickled. Yeah, she gave it her best shot. It felt like Chun-Li and M. Bison in the Street Fighter movie. She was doing damage. Kinda. Yeah, it was still a dope fight. But anyways, Diana is figuring out some shit in Wonder Woman number 11. What's she figuring out? Remember when she started sniffing them flowers and getting all high last issue and it started messing with her perceptions? She's down in the pit because this doctor, this professor, this scientist, because she's in a maze in Area 41. Area 41 is like Area 51, but it ain't Area 51. And, you know, a lot of scientific top secret hullabaloo going on. And Wonder Woman opened a portal into this maze. And she found this woman named Clea in there who was basically enslaving mythologicals. And she had some fishmen that were fighting a minotaur named Ferdinand. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. And that's how she ended up sniffing the flower, and getting her perception, man. It's kind of like a PCP trip. We're looking at Diana's perception of things, and that's what Diana sees. She's not necessarily seeing what's there, and she's trying to talk, but the words coming out of her mouth are imperceptible to her, because whoever it is she's fighting stops fighting. So that leads her to figure it's not this area that is changed. My perception of it has changed. And we know Absolute Wonder Woman got that bag of tricks. And she reaches in her bag of tricks and pulls out a potion and says, allow me to see, Athena, to see what is real and true, but hidden from me. And there you go. But the effort, for some reason, of using that spell knocks her out. And this person who she's been fighting stops fighting, picks her up, and takes her out of this tunnel full of these flowers that are fucking with everybody's perception. And there's also something alive in there that's following them. It looks like mist or looks like water that is following them. Absolute Wonder Woman would go hard as a Netflix anime. Netflix anime go hard in general. Most of them. Flashback time. We have a flashback of baby Diana, or young Diana, sitting on a beach, and she's talking to a goddess who is in the form of a wolf, which we can only assume is Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. And Diana does not think that Artemis likes her, but Artemis tells her, I don't hate you, but some of your ways are confusing to me, because I guess Artemis isn't compassionate. Artemis isn't kind. Artemis favors who she favors. But she's got this little rock. It's a shiny rock. And she tells her, in order to kill the Hydra, remember this Hydra that's been popping up every other issue or so? We own this Hydra again. And so she tells her, you got to go deal with the Hydra. And she's got her armor on and all of this stuff. And she takes her little axe with her and she goes into the water. And she comes back with the ball and says, I told the Hydra that they could hold on to my axe and I will come back to get my axe if you let me see the shiny rock. Long story short, she learned that you can strike a bargain before you're left with no other recourse. You can give a person time to negotiate before there is no other course left. And that's pretty much what Diana did in this issue. The person she was fighting, Io, an Amazon. So there is an Amazon down here stuck with the rest of the mythologicals that Clea is holding prisoner in the pit. So she knows of Queen Hippolyta. She knows of Diana of Themyscira. She knows Diana disappeared when we were very young. So we don't know. You know, don't trip. I'm Diana. And okay, if you're Diana, can you get us out of here? Yes. Yes, I can get you out of here. But y'all all gonna have to be ready to roll when I come for you. Because first, I got to get me a potion that's going to help my Minotaur buddy, Ferdinand. And then I'm going to get y'all on up out of here. But first, I got to deal with this broad Clea, who is holding all of y'all hostage down here. And she's heading back up in true I'm about to handle business Wonder Woman fashion. And when she gets back up out of the pit, the Misty thing came and talked to her and asked Diana, "Do you know the truth of me?" And she said, "I believe I do." And told her, "Pay attention. This gonna happen fast." She gets back up there, tosses her potion on Ferdinand. Ferdinand is healing up. She gets up out of there, and Clea's like slashing at her, and they fight. And Clea must be strong if she can do that to an Amazon. Would you say, "I may have underestimated her strength"? Yeah, I'll say you did. Now, after all that, what does Diana do? This right here is why I like Absolute Wonder Woman. She took that shit out. Oh, y'all thought she was getting ready to slump over or be hurt or some shit like? No, this Wonder Woman, people. Wonder Woman, arguably second, third strongest in the Justice League, something like that. She in top 5, put it like that. So stabbing her ain't gonna do it. She is susceptible to sharp objects that are enchanted, but it's gonna take a little more, you know what I'm saying, than that to put her down. And old girl upset that she threw her staff down there. Now, the only thing I can think of is that staff is something that she split the essence from and put it down in that pit so it couldn't bother her. But when it comes back out of the pit and into Diana's hand, it looks like that. A decidedly different shape. I don't know about y'all, but that look a lot like a damn trident to me.
I didn't understand that.
When nobody talking to you? Whose? This is why I like Absolute Wonder Woman. So this would have been about an hour video if I were just doing the deep dive. What you say? Diana just walked that shit off. Like, yeah, she did, didn't she? Like, oh, she's gonna be impaled. No, I'm not. What she was doing was giving Clea a chance to negotiate. Clea's more worried about the siren that Diana pushed in the portal last issue, and it came up at the Hyron where Steve Trevor and them was at. That was in this issue too. And she wouldn't wake up, but then they threw her in the water. And when she came up out the water, she looked like if you ever read Alpha Flight, remember when Marina first discovered she was a Plodex and she went all crazy like that? That's how this little siren looked when she came up. Matter of fact, I just show you. She ripped up out the water like, thank you for saving me. What? I'm about to eat y'all. Pretty little girl to shark woman. What Etta Candy and them gonna do about that? Anyways, that was my live action review. My live action review. Now, I want to move on to an even more fun subject. Y'all gonna be like, what? Don't do it, D. Don't do it, D. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you. Now, this is the kind of stuff that makes me question people's common sense. It ain't gonna take me long. Or it could take me as long as y'all want to talk about it. To what am I referring, you might ask? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm referring to none other than Rapture Day. How mind stupid do you have to be yes, Gray, that is what I said. But you know what? The F? It's been around longer than you and me. Yes, come on, y'all. Anita Baker is still here. Blondie, too. Debbie Harry is there with them. They're all still here doing time on planet Earth. Okay. Now, show of hands without Googling. Can anybody tell me when the first Rapture Day was? Nobody? Rapture Day itself as a thing has been around since 2018. Since this African guy of all people, here, I get the name. Joshua Malakea. Mhlakela is his last name. Who is not a pastor. Not a pastor, that's important. But he received a vision from Jesus. And that's what Jesus told him. That it would occur on September 23rd or 24th. It's the 25th. All the good Christian folk I know are still here. Unless they wasn't good Christian folk. Okay. I could summarize all of this poppycock by saying, if you've ever read your Bible, you know that in the book of Matthew, it says, no one knows the hour. No one knows the hour when Jesus will return. So I put it like a pastor put it to me. If you are saying what you're saying, what you are saying is against the word of God. So you're saying God told you September 23rd, 24th. An approximation? The guy who created the entire universe can't give you an exact day. Because there's been a whole bunch of other people that said they knew when the rapture was coming too. But you say, Kamaya, wait now, is this poppycock balderdash or rubbish? Nah, it's malarkey and shenanigans. That's what it is. BS is what it is. Ain't no damn rapture until it's a rapture. Fair enough. Why can't people just be content with the unknown? It's when I say, like when mama, when we going to the store, mama, when I say, and you didn't have nothing else to say about it. And if you did, come on, Gen X, y'all know what happened. Oh, come in here bothering me. I heard that a lot in my lifetime. What can I say? I was a bothersome child. Grace said the man upstairs didn't let anyone know on purpose. He wants that look on our faces. Cause ain't that the sermon almost every Christian preacher on earth has preached at one time or another? What you gonna be doing when Jesus come back? I mean, if we really want to get technical about it, if I'm doing some stuff that Jesus don't approve of, Jesus is not going to stop to tell me in the middle of the rapture, dude, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, all right, got it. Rapture day. What'd you say? They got played by a Nigerian. And it's MAGA folks that got the, or mad because they lack the sense. I'm like, are you serious? Really? That's your people. Because real Christians know better. Real Christians, fire and brimstone Christians, African Methodist Episcopal Christians, Pentecostal Christians, Baptist missionary Christians, Church of Eschatology and Science in Christ Christians know that don't nobody know when the rapture gonna happen. I hope not. That deal, girl, put your panty back on. Jesus is at the door. Nah, Jesus, DL tripping. Jesus ain't finna make no house call. We're going to be caught up with him, is what the book said. Those dead and those living. All at the same time, blink of an eye, we're out. Ain't gonna be no time to, pull you. Because if your pants is down and it ain't your wife, you ain't getting caught up. So you don't have to worry about Jesus coming to the door. Am I preaching good, somebody? Am I preaching? Yeah, I guess I am. Somebody did say amen. Let the Rock With Me Nation say it. I know that's right, y'all. Now, I gotta give y'all a visual because this one's going to be intriguing. I promise. Wow. Looky there. Didn't he have to do a whole bunch of effort? This is going to be fun, y'all. And again, before I do this, I want everybody to know I done did my research. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Off of the sermon and on to the lesson. And today's lesson, kids, are these two things alike? And you're going to love the two things that I do a comparison with. Shouts out to Mr. Ray Smith. Great minds think alike. I was already on this tip before he sent it to me. And yes, that is purposefully a stupid picture. Question. Why do you think I put up that particular image or those particular images? Why do you think? Why do you think? That's not a rhetorical question. I expect an answer. We about to get deep. Paul Martin. Paul Martin said comparison. That right there, what Kamayo said, exact same effing playbook. Nothing different. Nothing different. Okay. History lesson. Early 20th century. You had the German Empire. You had the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Austria, Hungary. Okay. German Empire in the early 20th century was what we are today. You follow me? The shit and the smell. I wish a mug would. That was Germany back in the day. Okay. Germany, the people, because of, Germany was in turn of it was a bustling metropolis. It was a huge everything. Germany had it going on. Like 1900s, 1910s, around that time, Germany was the shit, son. And they couldn't be denied. And because of it, they got to kind of being like how we are planet-wise. We're the shit. We're better than you. We're superior. And the mentality. It's not so much the flames being fanned. The people, or a large percentage of the people in Germany felt that way. Okay. Now, rather than have free elections, they kind of had this. Well, before he failed as an artist. Forced to eke out a life painting pictures on greeting cards. Not that that's deplorable, but when you got bigger dreams and you thought you was going to be an artist, you thought you was going to be a Toulouse-Lautrec, you thought you was going to be, you know what I'm saying, a Picasso, something like that, and it didn't work out because he went to the Austrian School of Art, flunked out. How you flunk out of a fucking school of art? You ain't artistic? You should have been there in the first. Anyway, guess who else is good at failing and flunking? Guess who killed to get into the position they were in? One for sure. Possibly more. Anyways, same thing. I handpick my goons. Patel, Bondi, and up until late, that clown from Georgia, Beach Blonde Bad Bill Bush Body, Elon Musk. Well, for a little while anyway. But you know what I'm saying? He was, bringing people close to him that could take control and change things, and much like the guy on the left, he uses the government as his own personal, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to be having these conversations because I don't like to have these kind of conversations, but it's like, you know what's coming. Get ready for it. And the way I see it, getting ready for it is one or two things. You either going to do it like the tribulation and ride the shit out. You're going to get your passport and get the out of here. Or actively fight it. Knowing that actively fighting something like this can get you shut down. Like our friend Jimmy Kimmel, who happens to be back on the motherfucking air. Power to the damn people, all right? Or caving in to pressure. Fear of getting sued. Is he gonna try to sue ABC? Again, when you're a failure at shit, you tend to point fingers at other people. It's never your fault. He did it. She did it. They did it. He did it. They did it. Never my bad. Ever. So what's going to happen? I read Project 2025. Oh, did y'all hear? A black entrepreneur bought Turning Point. And she's going to put cease and desist orders out on them if they keep using the name. That's what I mean by fight. See, you got to learn how to fight like they fight. Truth doesn't matter to them. Honesty and decency doesn't matter to them. Oh, but money? That's a horse of an entirely different shade. Hell, that's a horse of an entirely different spectrum. Spicy Chipotle keeps me spicy. Rawr. Anyways, let me take some of your comments because I know y'all got some doozy. Because one wants to be like the other and is well on his way, LJ. If you read Project 2025. In Germany, they did away with all books that they felt were propaganda or were not essential. Surprise! Why you think I ain't been saying nothing? I've been knowing this shit. That's why I'm like, get ready. Get ready. When that outlandish stuff becomes law, when those ridiculous ass, medieval ass rules come into play, keep that same energy. I mean, they gonna, because they don't want to be wrong, because it's not in their nature to accept that they're wrong. To follow blindly even unto death is the nature of the lemming. Why would you want to be like a lemming? And they all just jump off a cliff and die. You ever seen them? They all just follow each other and just go off that cliff. Even the ones in the back. You're all the way in the back. You see them, hey. And don't one limit, don't you get out? Let me get out of the group and see where this is going. I got to get to an elevator. Are they going? Oh, hell no. They just going off in sharks in there. I'm not. Not one. Not one. Not one lemming questions it. Nancy said one was a dictator, the other is a wannabe dictator. Funny you should mention that, Nancy. Again, I must mention my good friend, Mr. Bray Smith. He sent me a video, and it was Barry Goldwater talking about Lyndon B. Johnson when he assumed power, or the presidency, one and the same, after the death of JFK. And he was saying that's a lot of power. Well, the question was presented, do you think that's a lot of power to hand to a person? And Goldwater was like, yeah, it is a lot of power to hand to a person, but the power ain't what I'm concerned about. What I'm concerned about is when that power is handed to the wrong person. And when that power is handed to the wrong person, they will use it for their own personal gain. What's happening with it right now? Anything said about me, I'm snuffing it out. Ain't no more free speech. Fuck free speech. Y'all don't get no free speech. Free speech is what I say it is. That's where we are now. Well, you can't just go around insulting people. It's called comedy. That's what comedy is. Comedy is a humorous way of displaying your suffering. You are not a good comedian until you have suffered. Any comedian think different is not a good one. I trust that will close that issue up really fucking quick. One's a deleter, the other is a user. Both are cut from the same cloth. He is following the playbook. Look at his family. Where do you think they went after the Reich fell? I'd argue that for all the evil Adolf did, Donald is worse. Adolf was preserving his people at the expense of others. Donald is only concerned about him. Folks that look like him just ain't caught on. I don't think they will. But, I mean, we'll see. Were both tolerated before they rise to power due to useful idiocy? Well, I tell you like this, Bob. If I failed and failed and failed and failed, but then I saw a chance to be successful beyond my wildest dreams, the last thing I'm going to question is whether or not I deserve it. I may not deserve it, but if the opportunity is laid in front of me, we're comic based. Let's do this. The Rocket Raccoon. Nah, not Rocket Raccoon. Pip the Troll gets the Infinity Gauntlet. There you have it. In a nutshell. Pip the Troll with the Infinity Gauntlet. That's what you are experiencing right now. Whether he deserves it or not the issue. He has it. Who's going to be brave enough, clever enough to wrest it from him? When the other wealthy people mostly seem to think of you as Arthur or Jed Clampett, yet hand you power. What you wanna do, huh? What you wanna do? What can you do? What can you do besides go to Canada or Mexico or Africa or the Caribbean or Africa, like I said, where they're begging us to come over there, where they trying to pay us to come over there? A lot of us is like, shit, I want to do it, but and then you're going to be saying, shit, I just did that shit a couple years. Man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me enough fare to get me there and get me back. And I'm going to go see what's up. I don't know about y'all. But if it's better, you might be seeing Be Real with D Real from Ghana somewhere. I don't know. If it's better, I know what I got. I know what I have. I know what my net worth is here. What would my net worth be over there? Yeah, I'm with Paul Martin. He's an evil idiot. I Pip the Troll with the Infinity Gauntlet. You don't know what you got on your hand. And you just making wishes and thinking and doing stuff and tearing shit apart. That's what I see. An idiot with infinite freaking power and is just doing whatever, literally whatever he want to do. Law? Fuck's that. Law? No law. I'm the law. I say what I can do. Not you. Not no judge. Epstein files. While we were so caught up, while we were so busy bull crapping about Charlie Kirk, still bull crapping about Charlie Kirk, the man's gone. All right. Ain't nothing else he can do. What about them damn Epstein files? They voted not to release them while we was bullshitting around with Charlie Kirk. They sneaky. You got to keep your eye on them. You got to keep your eye on them. Hey, and that's basically what Lex Luthor did when he was the president. Exactly. To the motherfucking T, actually. Exactly what Lex. I'm finna put superheroes and supervillains together, and y'all gonna do this bounty shit for me. Y'all gonna hunt down Batman and Superman for me. We're back, guys? Don't you know what? He don't care. He don't care. It's all about me. Ain't about y'all. Get him. Because I don't like him. One I just don't like, and the other one almost smart as me, and I can't have nobody around that's almost smart as me. Yeah. He got his little cronies around him too that do his bidding. That part. I'm trying. Come on, y'all. I'm trying, dog. I'm trying. That's weird. When it comes to media, we're like horses getting a fucking carrot dangled in front of us. Epstein file. Ooh, Charlie Kirk got shot. Get back on the damn Epstein files. Give a fuck about no Charlie Kirk. He's dead. That was mean, but I mean, I say that out of frustration, not hate, because I ain't a hateful person, but I mean, let it go. Let it go. Epstein files. Back to work. Epstein files. Y'all had a vacation. Y'all got to mess with Charlie Kirk for a little while, but that's done. Epstein file. And here's my thought on Charlie Kirk. He can't be a bigot anymore. The end. Why are we going to talk about what he did? That ain't no shade on nobody's talking about it. But why are you going to sit around and talk about what the man did? He's gone. So when Charles Manson ain't dead, is it? Never mind. That's a bad analogy. I was about to be hoisted on my own petard. Yay. Lucky for me, I can see two steps ahead of myself. I stop. Okay. Now be a good time to go to the comments. $10,000 US equals $124,299, or is that 1,242,990? Because if it's 1,242,990, the next thing you're gonna hear from me is bye. So 100,000 sounds But yeah, that's your guap gonna go a long ass way in Ghana. Yeah, I wouldn't even have to go find a job for like a year or two. Oh, I'd be good. I'd be so good, my G. I got this friend. Shouts out to my boy Rod. He said he's tired of being married. He's tired of living a family life. He said he's gonna build him a compound and have him a harem. They're the kind of people I love. They're, speak your piece, my dude. You want a harem. You want the service. You don't want none of the other stuff. And when I ain't getting service, they can do what they want to do. So it works out for everybody. Yeah. All right. It just you mine. Can't nobody else have you, but you can go do what you want to do. I don't care. No, nobody want to live like that. Wouldn't nobody live? I don't know. It had to be like 2 or 3, because you can't get no like 10, 11 people to do that unless you're a sheik or, or a slave trader. Oh my goodness. Now, and can the power be fought? Yes. Jimmy Kimmel's living proof. I'm starting to cough again, so we're coming to the end just in time. Yeah. The power can be fought, y'all. Not saying it can't be, but trust me, because of the current state of things, because we are conservative ascendant, that's going to be a difficult thing to do. That's going to be a very, very, very difficult thing to do. But the great Audrey Hepburn said it best. There's no such thing as impossible. It's literally in the word. I'm possible. Not bad for somebody who used to mess with Frank Sinatra. That's a good piece of wisdom. Yeah, I figured it had to be, because yeah, I've been to Africa with similar exchange rates. It's about the same, about that like that in Kenya too. The rate might have, fluctuated a little bit. But boy, if it was a meal, a meal ticket, I'm like, deuces. Bruh. Do you have any idea how far your dollar will go? And then on top of that, them people nice and friendly, and they want you to be there. And the only thing I heard though, like if you make the choice, you take the plunge and you move over there, they're gonna test you out. Folks gonna, depending on where you live, folks will try to rob you, take your stuff, all of that. But there are also gated communities, and we all know gated communities got security forces, so you won't have no problems there. Passport bros, telling you, gonna have to get out, get it. So I'm telling you, man, it got to be better, man. We are too powerful. We are too powerful, man. We can't be stopped. The only thing stop us is us, and that's real shit. So when y'all ready, holla at your boy, or don't wait too long to holler, because I might be across the water. Yeah, man. If you want to see the playbook, and I can save you the trouble of having to do all of the research, there is a documentary on Netflix called Nazis and Germany. and it talks about, I think it's something else, Rise of Adolf Hitler, something like that. But when the show kicks off, they done took like footage of those old, like a little black and white footage, and they done restored it, and put some color in it. And it's got Goebbels and all of his right hand men, the ones that didn't kill themselves, at the Nuremberg trials. And it's like, oh, we finally gonna see these mugs come to justice and this, that, and the other. And then like the next episode kind of goes into the life of Hitler and how he grew up, and his dad used to beat him, and the only person in his life that he cared about was his mama. So then when his mama died, and he ended up living in like a hostel or some shit like that. It was like I told y'all, I was trying to like eke out a living as an artist, and he wasn't really that great at that. But then he stumbled into politics, and the rest y'all know. He got entrenched like a tick on a dog's ass in politics. And next thing you know, I'm climbing. We killing people. I'm climbing. We killing people. I'm climbing. Then you make a law that says it's okay for you to be the supreme ruler. Where are we seeing that shit right now? Playbook, man. He got it. He got it on thing like full. Time by the judges on 3. Hut. Bruh. I meant pick the right candidate. Some people think they have. Some people think they have. What you say? I'm from the hood. They better hope I don't rob them. See you coming over here making a bad impression. This is why we should not have Americans here. They steal shit. He said, be the Dante Ferno of Ghana. Hey, why you bullshitting? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? Let me stop. Because y'all ain't gonna get me on record saying no stuff like that. No, sorry. I'm not that slow. Look here, y'all. I am feeling a lot better, as you can tell. And I think I think I will be able to vibe tomorrow evening with my brother Theo. We're gonna do some Friday vibing. I believe we're gonna do some Friday vibing. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Probably gonna run some of y'all. Oops, that ain't what I want to do. That ain't what I want to do. This is what I wanna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Up and up, boom. Open up, open it. It is about that time again, y'all. What time is it? We're going to finish this off with some Alien Earth. I want to finish on a somewhat positive note, but I'm going to take this last. Paul, man. He said, how you going to make up fictional words and butcher the English language, but always say folks are low IQ? Progressives need to push a candidate, and they need to primary these established Dems. They need to quit bullshitting and just put Jasmine Crockett out there. I think people will follow Jasmine Crockett. And I believe Jasmine Crockett would debate Orange Cheeto's ass into the earth. Or whoever she was going up against. She would totally and completely destroy him. But yeah, Alien Earth. Latest episode. Here's what's going on with Alien Earth. The kids, quote unquote, were captured and brought back to the facility. Now, as Kamoyo so deftly pointed out last episode, Wendy is not only one tough motor scooter, she is also a technopath. And the entire facility is built on technology that she can manipulate. Who's the prisoner? Bruh, we finally got to see what the tree thing can do. Ouch! That looked like it hurt. For those of you that don't watch Alien Earth, there aren't just xenomorphs in this show. The xenomorph is kind of actually playing the back when it comes to who's the most dangerous fucking alien that they got under wraps. Okay, here's what you got. You got xenomorphs, like in the poster. You've seen alien movies. You know what they do. Acid for blood, mouth shoot out, you know what I'm saying, at the tail. And yeah, that's a problem. Okay, but enter the Oculus. Round, little eyeball thing with tentacles everywhere. Intelligent. Highly intelligent. Parasitic by nature. How does it choose to attach itself to its host? Gouges out the eyeball and gets inside and replaces the eyeball. And it can look like any eyeball it wants to look like. So you never know it was in there until it shot out and put tentacles on you and was trying to get in your eyeball. Bruh. Wendy gave him the middle finger, basically. Wendy gave him the middle finger, basically. She took control of the facility. You got aliens running around everywhere now. Fortunately, they're on an island. Well, not fortunately for the people that's still on the island, because they took them and put them in a cell. Bitches, we in charge now. Uh-oh. And now she got 2 xenomorphs, because she can do a little thing with her mouth and talk to them. I think they think she's the queen. And that's why they do what she says do. Which is cool. I mean, you could do much worse than to have your own pet xenomorph. I could take care of a lot of vendettas with my own personal xenomorph, let me tell you. And for some reason, this mug, it take a lot of bullets from a pulse rifle because this must be a hardier version because they was like, wasn't going down. Oh, Jasmine, that's my girl. She took right to it, didn't she? Yeah, I thought she was dead. I was mad. I thought they had killed her last episode, but then when I seen her in the cell, I was like, oh, she's still around, so she's gonna rip somebody else up. I like her. She embraces her. She embraces her killer. She don't got no problem. She don't got no problem being a killer. Do we want Dame? Do we want Dame Sylvia to die? Because I kind of feel like she just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But she done fell in with a bunch of dumbass scientists, if they could be called that. I mean, technically, that. So was that a zombie sheep? Because he killed the zombie first before he took it over. It just, I guess, he didn't have to do no work. He got in a dead body. So what will a dead body respond with the same? Can he still activate the vocal cords and make a dead body talk and do all this other stuff, like, and remember, you know what I mean? Because it's one thing to have a body, but can you access that body? Because that's Arthur. And Arthur, was a scientist. So will the Oculus be able to access his memories? Shit, you ain't got nothing to access with a sheep. Sheep don't do nothing but man and poop. So it will be interesting to see. You say you ain't, just say you done with gardening forever, huh? I tell you, man, that tree thing, boy, he just swooped down on old girl, sucked her up, and you can see just, yeah, it was harsh. Nibs, that's who it is. Nibs, man. Nibs is my girl. Nibs ripping niggas' mouths off. she hurting people. I want somebody to get Boy Cavalier. Boy Cavalier is reaching Joffrey levels for me. That's yeah. I know those are strong words, but that's about where he is with me. I need him unalived sooner than later. Won't even put no shoes on. Yeah, Kirsch and Morrow went at it, didn't they? Woo! I'm like, okay. Let's go. Say, I got cybernetic organism. I got cybernetic limbs. I can handle it. Trust me, I can handle you. Broke his back, son. Oh yeah, you think Yutani was coming with one or two people? Oh yeah, she getting ready. Oh yeah. Mm. Wait till them wait till them aliens get on their ass. Hey, oh, you want them? Bet, come get them. A dummy said that since the Xeno is a pet, it seems less scary. So I told him, if I had a lion as a pet, does that mean it couldn't rip you to pieces? Bruh, I got partners with cane corsos I won't go near. When you say they got that dog in them, sometimes what he gonna do to stop that big ass dog? You know what I'm saying? So something like a zinc. I can't even see your eyeballs. I got issues. I can't see your eyeballs. How you seeing me? How do you look at me? Where your eyeballs at? Why can't I see them? I don't like you. That's a xenomorph. It's in the name. Yeah, it was dead. You're right. But still, bruh. Yes, she is. She's a good goon, too. She likes gooning, and that's all she does. Oh, we're stronger than them. Why are we serving them? Good question, Nibs. Real good question. And they effed around and found out. So, if you are not watching, I urge you to watch. It's a good watch. It's got to be, man. It's got to be brutal. He's got to get it ugly. Because at first I was thinking that eye thing. I was thinking the Oculus. He got to get that tree. He got to get the crawling tree treatment. Because you saw it out the corner of your eye, crawl down out the, you know what I'm saying? Tree moving around and stuff coming out of it. But yeah. Yeah, bro. That's bad business. I wouldn't want to get it from none of them. They all got a hard way to go. Yeah, Morrow got in Kirsch's grits. I thought Kirsch was going to handle him. He took him and slammed him across that table and broke his back. It's like, yeah, I'm human. Take that. Oh, it's a good show, man. It's a lot of stuff going on in that in that show that you want to check out. But I gotta say, they gotta stop adding to the alien mythos. You got a lot now. Either you don't went as far back as you can go. Conception. You don't went far back as you can go. Ain't nothing left but the future, y'all. Stop trying to stick stuff in between everything. Don't do that, man. Just straight future. That's how I feel. What they should do with the Alien franchise moving forward, literally, and story and movie wise. Move forward. Get past Ripley. As we can see, black protagonists and antagonists are fun too. Give them some shine. I would love to see DeWanda Wise in the Alien movie in sort of a Sigourney Weaver type role. That would probably be that would probably be. And say you got a friend with a burble. I think it ate a person before and still remembers. Bruh. I mean, I like big dogs, but name me 5 big dogs that you could control. That if it got really mad, it wouldn't yank you and take you for a ride. Shit, I got a pit bull mixing when I walk her. I'm getting an ab workout. So, yeah, bro. Dogs don't be playing. And on that note, we have reached the 2-hour mark of Thursday Live on Be Real with D Real. And I'm so glad that y'all hung out with a brother. I'm feeling even betterer. Betterer? Look at me. I'm making up words, Paul Martin. But I'm not trying to be a dictator. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in this channel. Same real time, same real place for Friday Vibing with myself and my man Theo B. We're going to be rocking with the Rock With Me Nation. I'm thinking about getting a Rock With Me Nation t-shirt made. What do y'all think about that? If y'all want to see a Rock With Me Nation t-shirt, drop it in the comments or whatever. I'll get to work on that. Speaking of work, that's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones tomorrow night, in fact. And until then, y'all be good to each other. I'm out.